Welcome to 100% Gold. Last time our champion elected to defend his title and returns to play his 10th game. So, contestant number 1, what is your name?
Hello, I'm John Kerridge and I come from Wallsend on Tyne.
Number 2, what is your name?
Hello, I'm Mandy Andrew and I live in Blackpool.
And number 3, what is your name?
Hello, I'm Graham Smith from Leicester.
I'm going to ask 100 questions, and at the end of the game, whoever has scored the closest to 100% will be the champion. Good luck to you all. The first section of the game begins with question 1. From which kingdom of ancient Greece did Alexander the Great come? A. Macedonia, B. Thessaly, or C. Sparta? The answer is A. Macedonia. Question 2. From which animal is natural cashmere wool obtained? A. Lamb, B. Goat, or C. Rabbit? It's B. Goat. Question 3. What is the capital of the state of Florida? A. Fort Lauderdale, B. Jacksonville, or C. Tallahassee? It's C. Tallahassee. Question 4. The painting entitled Where Do We Come From? What Are We? Where Are We Going To? Is the work of which artist? A. Manet, B. Gauguin, or C. Cézanne? It's B. Gauguin. Question 5. Bram Stoker, the author of Dracula, was the business manager of the actor Sir Henry Irving. Is that true or false? It's true. Question 6. What role does Brian Wilde play in the long-running TV series Last of the Summer Wine? A. Compo, B. Foggy, or C. Clegg? It's B. Foggy. Question 7. Which poet wrote Ode on a Grecian Urn? A. Keats, B. Wordsworth, or C. Tennyson? It's A. Keats. Question 8. The Brazilian Joaquim Cruz was an Olympic gold medalist in which athletic event? A. 800 meters, B. high jump, or C. javelin? It's A. 800 meters. Question 9. Who directed the tense heist movie, The Killing, starring Sterling Hayden? A. John Huston, B. Stanley Kubrick, or C. Howard Hawks? It's B. Stanley Kubrick. Question 10. The cheetah can accelerate from 0 to 45 miles per hour in 2 seconds. Is that true or false? It's true. After 10 questions, the scores are as follows. Graham has 50%, Mandy has 70%, and John has 100%. The next section of the game begins with question 11. Who replaced the unfortunate Pete Best in the Beatles lineup? A. George Harrison, B. Ringo Starr, or C. Stuart Sutcliffe? It's B. Ringo Starr. Question 12. What is the more common name for the plant impatiens? A. Busy Lizzie, B. Forget-me-not, or C. Snapdragon? It's A. Busy Lizzie. Question 13. Where was the University of Essex established in 1964? A. Ilford, B. Colchester, or C. Chelmsford? It's B. Colchester. Question 14. Which book was Truman Capote describing when he said, "This isn't writing, this is typing"? A. Catch-22, B. On the Road, or C. One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest? It's B. On the Road. Question 15. Austria's Franz Klammer has won more Olympic skiing gold medals than Italy's Alberto Tomba. Is that true or false? It's false. Tomba's won more. Question 16. Which of the following countries is the largest in size? A. Algeria, B. Argentina, or C. Australia? It's C. Australia. Question 17. Which composer wrote Rhapsody in Blue? A. George Gershwin, B. Irving Berlin, or C. Cole Porter? It's A. George Gershwin. Question 18. In the Old Testament, who was mocked at the feast of Dagon? A. Moses, B. Samson, or C. Job? It's B. Samson. Question 19. What is the meaning of the Latin Quo Vadis? A. Who are you? B. What are you doing? Or C. Where are you going? It's C. Where are you going? Question 20. Seahorses are monogamous creatures. Is that true or false? It's true. Question 21. The landlocked kingdom of Lesotho is entirely surrounded by which country? A. Sudan, B. Senegal, or C. South Africa? It's C, South Africa. Question 22. Who played Maggie Smith's husband in the 1978 film California Suite? A, Michael Caine, B, Laurence Olivier, or C, Peter O'Toole? It's A, Michael Caine. Question 23. Capricorn, Virgo and Taurus are all which type of zodiacal sign? A, Earth, B, Air, or C, Water? It's A, Earth. Question 24. Which U.S. poet won a Pulitzer Prize for his biography, Abraham Lincoln, The War Years? A, Robert Lowell, B, Carl Sandburg, or C, Walt Whitman? It's B, Carl Sandburg. Question 25. Zampone is an Italian speciality from Modena, consisting of boned and stuffed pig's trotter. Is that true or false? It's true. Question 26. To which profession does the word pedagogy refer? A, law, B, teaching, or C, medicine? It's B, teaching. Question 27. Who founded the Habitat chain of household stores in 1964? A, Anita Roddick, B, Terence Conran, or C, Richard Branson? It's B, Terence Conran. Question 28. Who said, "If I have seen further, it is by standing on the shoulders of giants"? A, Marie Curie, B, Wilhelm Röntgen, or C, Isaac Newton? It's C, Isaac Newton. Question 29. Which of the following is another name for the Solano, a humid east wind that affects the southeast coast of Spain? A, Mistral, B, Khamsin, or C, Levanta? It's C, Levanta. Question 30. Henry Thompson, the surgeon, was paid £3,000 and a knighthood for removing a bladder stone from Queen Victoria. Is that true or false? It's false. It was removed from Leopold I, her uncle. And after 30 questions, the scores are as follows. Graham has 53%, Mandy has 60%, and John has 87%. The next section of the game begins with question 31. Who created the amateur sleuth, Lord Peter Wimsey? A, Dorothy L. Sayers, B, Agatha Christie, or C, P.G. Wodehouse? It's A, Dorothy L. Sayers. Question 32. In Greek myth, which daughters of Zeus and Themis were the goddesses of the seasons? A, Fates, B, Hori, or C, Dryads? It's B, Hori. Question 33. Who originated the concept of logarithms? A, Johannes Kepler, B, Blaise Pascal, or C, John Napier? It's C, John Napier. Question 34. What type of food is the French dish Xavier? A, cream soup, B, boiled ham, or C, roasted vegetables? It's A, cream soup. Question 35. 1 in every 2,000 babies is born with at least one tooth. Is that true or false? It's true. Question 36. Whose 8th symphony is popularly known as the Unfinished Symphony? A, Chopin, B, Brahms, or C, Schubert? It's C, Schubert. Question 37. What is the official residence of the Lord Mayor of London? A, Guildhall, B, Mansion House, or C, Lincoln's Inn? It's B, Mansion House. Question 38. For his performance in which film did David Niven win a Best Actor Oscar? A, A Matter of Life and Death, B, Separate Tables, or C, Wuthering Heights? It's B, Separate Tables. Question 39. The Dahlak Archipelago lies in which body of water? A, Red Sea, B, Pacific Ocean, or C, Adriatic Sea? It's A, Red Sea. Question 40. In Greek myth, Apollo was the oldest son of Zeus and Hera. Is that true or false? It's false. Apollo was the son of Zeus and Leto. Question 41. In 1938, which country was taken over in Hitler's Anschluss? A, Austria, B, Poland, or C, Czechoslovakia? It's A, Austria. Question 42. Who played Edward Hammond in the 1970s TV series The Brothers? A, Richard Easton, B, Glyn Owen, or C, Robin Chadwick? It's B, Glyn Owen. Question 43. Who wrote the novel White Noise, a fictionalized account of the assassination of John F. Kennedy? A, Norman Mailer, B, Don DeLillo, or C, Philip Roth? It's B, Don DeLillo. Question 44. What is the maximum number of dots used in the Braille alphabet for one individual letter? A5, B6 or C7? It's A5. Question 45. Toulouse is a port and naval base in the south of France, approximately 200 kilometers east of Marseille. Is that true or false? It's false. That was a description of Toulon, not Toulouse. Question 46. Wormwood is another name for which liqueur? A. Cointreau, B. Drambuie, or C. Absinthe? It's C. Absinthe. Question 47. Which rock group is known for wearing extravagant face paint during live shows? A. Wasp, B. Kiss, or C. Whitesnake? It's B. Kiss. Question 48. What is the chief port of the island of Madeira? A. Funchal, B. San Antonio, or C. Porto Santo? It's A. Funchal. Question 49. Which of the following countries was established in 1971? A. Yemen, B. United Arab Emirates, or C. Djibouti? It's B. United Arab Emirates. Question 50. In 1824, 5 million leeches were imported to Britain from France for medicinal purposes. Is that true or false? It's true. We've reached the halfway point and the scores are as follows. Mandy has 56%, Graham has 58%, and John has 78%. Join us after the break for the second half of today's game. Welcome back to 100% Gold. After 50 questions, the scores are as follows. Mandy has 56%, Graham has 58%, and our carryover champion John is out there in the lead with 78%. From now on, when I give updates of the scores, only the viewers at home will see who has scored what. The game continues with question 51. Which fashion designer markets his products under the Polo label? A. Ted Baker, B. Tommy Hilfiger, or C. Ralph Lauren? It's C. Ralph Lauren. Question 52. Who starred opposite Julie Christie in the Oscar-winning film Darling? A. Dirk Bogarde, B. James Mason, or C. Roger Livesey? It's A. Dirk Bogarde. Question 53. Who was the first man to win 3 European Footballer of the Year awards? A. Gerd Müller, B. Johan Cruyff, or C. Bobby Charlton? It's B. Johan Cruyff. Question 54. In Greek myth, which priest of Troy was strangled by sea serpents for offending the gods? A. Laocoon, B. Chiron, or C. Ganymede? It's A. Laocoon. Question 55. The Gospel of St. Matthew is regarded as being the earliest of the 4 Gospels. Is that true or false? It's false. The Gospel of St. Mark is. Question 56. Who played Thomas the chauffeur in the TV serial Upstairs Downstairs? A. John Alderton, B. Gareth Hunt, or C. Ian Ogilvy? It's A. John Alderton. Question 57. For how much of his 10-year reign did Richard the Lionheart actually live in England? A. 1 year, B. 6 months, or C. 6 weeks? It's B. 6 months. Question 58. On which continent did the tomato originate? A. North America, B. Asia, or C. South America? It's C. South America. Question 59. How many people could be seated at the round table of Arthurian legend? A. 50, B. 100, or C. 150? It's C. 150. Question 60. World War II was the first major war since 1489 in which typhus did not claim more lives than the fighting. Is that true or false? It's true. After 60 questions, the scores are as follows. One of you has 57%, one of you has 58%, and one of you has 80%. The next section of the game begins with question 61. Which musical features the song Ah Yes, I Remember It Well? A. Camelot, B. Gigi, or C. Man of La Mancha? It's B. Gigi. Question 62. Whom did Angela Thorne portray in the TV comedy Dunrulin? A. Elizabeth I, B. Margaret Thatcher, or C. Queen Victoria? It's B. Margaret Thatcher. Question 63. In the Hindu religion, the god Hanuman is represented as part human and part what? A. Dragon, B. Elephant, or C. Monkey? It's C, monkey. Question 64. Who was the first British driver to win the Indianapolis 500 car race? A. Graham Hill, B. Jim Clark, or C. Sterling Moss? It's B. Jim Clark. Question 65. Theodore Roosevelt was the youngest man to be inaugurated President of the United States. Is that true or false? It's true. Question 66. What spirit is traditionally used to make a Bloody Mary? A. Gin, B. Vodka, or C. Ouzo? It's B. Vodka. Question 67. Gunpowder is made from potassium nitrate, charcoal, and which other ingredient? A. Sulfur, B. Diatomite, or C. Nitroglycerin? It's A. Sulfur. Question 68. The royal soldier and amateur artist Prince Rupert was the nephew of which English monarch? A. Charles I, B. Edward I, or C. Henry I? It's A. Charles I. Question 69. Who played the Roman procurator in the TV series Warrior Queen? A. Anthony Hopkins, B. Ben Kingsley, or C. Nigel Hawthorne? It's C. Nigel Hawthorne. Question 70. Hans Christian Andersen won the All-Denmark spelling competition for school children in 1820. Is that true or false? It's false. He was an appalling speller. Question 71. Who played the journalist Sidney Schanberg in the 1984 film The Killing Fields? A. John Malkovich, B. Sam Waterston, or C. Mel Gibson? It's B. Sam Waterston. Question 72. What type of vinegar is traditionally used to clean fish and mushrooms? A. White wine vinegar, B. Spirit vinegar, or C. Malt vinegar? It's B. Spirit vinegar. Question 73. Which actor tried to send Ingrid Bergman mad in the 1944 film Gaslight? A. George Saunders, B. Anton Walbrook, or C. Charles Boyer? It's C. Charles Boyer. Question 74. The Potato Eaters is an early work by which artist? A. Van Gogh, B. Picasso, or C. Dali? It's A. Van Gogh. Question 75. The Cavalier King Charles Spaniel is smaller than the regular King Charles Spaniel. Is that true or false? It's false. Question 76. Usury is an archaic term referring to what? A. Interest, B. Insurance, or C. Indemnity? It's A. Interest. Question 77. Which of the following is a ballet by Aaron Copland? A. Billy the Kid, B. Calamity Jane, or C. Jesse James? It's A. Billy the Kid. Question 78. Who rode Grundy to triumph in both the English and the Irish Derby? A. Willie Carson, B. Lester Piggott, or C. Pat Edery? It's C. Pat Edery. Question 79. Men Without Women is a collection of short stories by which writer? A. Graham Greene, B. Ernest Hemingway, or C. Boris Pasternak? It's B. Ernest Hemingway. Question 80. The Monkees did not actually play any instruments on their first two albums. Is that true or false? It's true. As we move into the final section of the game, the scores are as follows. One of you has 55%, one of you has 58%, and one of you has 76%. The last section of the game begins with question 81. Of which country is the marker the basic monetary unit? A. Finland, B. Estonia, or C. Iceland? It's A. Finland. Question 82. What is the square root of 625? A. 15, B. 25, or C. 35? It's B. 25. Question 83. Trapper John M.D. was a spin-off from which other TV show? A. MASH, B. Quincy M.E., or C. General Hospital? It's A. MASH. Question 84. Which North African town was virtually destroyed by earthquakes in 1960? A. Agadir, B. Casablanca, or C. Iran? It's A. Agadir. Question 85. In Australia, cricket team is a slang term for a thin head of hair. Is that true or false? It's false. It describes a sparse moustache. Question 86. The Metropolitan Museum of Art is located in which U.S. city? A. Los Angeles, B. New York, or C. Chicago? It's B. New York. Question 87. Which town marks the most easterly point of England? A. Cromer, B. Lowestoft, or C. Great Yarmouth? It's B. Lowestoft. Question 88. Who wrote the novel Franny and Zooey? A. J.D. Salinger, B. F. Scott Fitzgerald, or C. S.E. Hinton? It's A. J.D. Salinger. Question 89. In which country did the Protestant group called the Amish originate? A. Germany, B. Netherlands, or C. Switzerland? It's C. Switzerland. Question 90. The Suez Canal is longer than the Panama Canal. Is that true or false? It's true. Question 91. Who won an Oscar for writing the 1981 film Chariots of Fire? A. Bruce Robinson, B. Colin Welland, or C. Robert Bolt? It's B. Colin Welland. Question 92. Which colour is known in heraldry as jewels? A. Black, B. Blue, or C. Red? It's C. Red. Question 93. Which of the following is a unit of magnetic flux? A. Murdoch, B. Maxwell, or C. Miller? The answer is B. Maxwell. Question 94. Which composer married the daughter of the artist Karl Moll? A. Mahler, B. Wagner, or C. Liszt? The answer is A. Mahler. Question 95. An arctophile is a person who enjoys sub-zero temperatures. Is that true or false? It's false. It's a lover of teddy bears. Question 96. What does the letter L represent in Roman numerals? A. 10, B. 50, or C. 100? It's B. 50. Question 97. Who played Dr. Vincent Markham in the TV soap Peyton Place? A. Leslie Nielsen, B. Percy Rodriguez, or C. Kent Smith? It's A. Leslie Nielsen. Question 98. Mad Dogs and Englishmen was the debut album of which singer? A. Joe Cocker, B. Elton John, or C. David Bowie? It's A. Joe Cocker. Question 99. To which language group does Yiddish belong? A. East Slavic, B. Semitic, or C. West Germanic? It's C. West Germanic. And question 100. The swallowtail caterpillar deters predators with its uncanny resemblance to bird droppings. Is that true or false? It's true. And at the end of today's game, one of you has 57%, one of you has 57%, and one of you has 76%. Mandy and Graham. I'm afraid your scores weren't quite high enough, but thank you both for taking part. John, congratulations, you're today's champion and you've won £100. Will you return next time to defend your title?
Yes, please.
Then we'll see you on the next edition of 100% Gold. Until then, goodbye.
Make sure you start the day up to speed by joining us as we cross to ITN's news channel at 6. Till then, we're teeming with tough questions.
Hello and welcome to another edition of One to Win. Our champion has reached that stage where he's getting bedded in, but we have 3 seedlings here as well, so let's meet all our players. And we start with our champion, who is Michael Farron. He's a civil servant from Belfast. Welcome again, Michael.
Thank you, hello.
You're interested in football, I think.
Yes.
Which team do you, from Belfast, which team do you support then?
Well, I'm a Liverpool supporter.
Liverpool?
Yes.
Right. Why Liverpool then?
I don't know, it's just one of those things.
It's quite close to Belfast? Or?
Yeah, I don't get to see them very often now, but it's just been a lifelong passion.
Right. Would you like to be a footballer?
I think I'm a bit old for that now, Robin.
Oh, surely not.
I think so.
We had a hockey player who was 66 the other day.
Right.
Yeah.
I'll have a few years to go to catch up on that.
Never too old. Good luck, Michael.
Thank you.
OK, next one up is Simona Connolly. She's an office clerk. She's from Brighton. Welcome to you, Simona.
Hello.
An opera buff, I believe.
Not exactly a buff. I do like opera. My favourite opera is Carmen.
Carmen?
Yeah.
Right. Do you go up to London to see the operas there, the big houses? Or?
We've got Theatre Royal in Brighton, so I've been there to see Carmen, and it was very good.
Right, and you collect CDs and things like that?
Oh, yes, yeah.
Yeah, good. OK, Simona, good luck.
Thank you.
Next up, Graham Smith, an accounts manager from Leicester. Graham, welcome.
Hello.
You have an ambition to climb Mount Everest.
Yeah, well, any mountain really. I'd like to climb a mountain, but Mount Everest would be the sort of the summit of the.
I think you're younger than Chris Bonington was when he managed it.
Probably yes, but not so fit as Chris Bonington.
Well, I suppose that could come into it somewhere along the line, couldn't it?
I do understand the lead tour party's up there now, so.
Yeah. Well, who knows? You might do it.
Yeah.
That would be fun, wouldn't it? Good luck in the game,
Thank you.
Graham. And Patrick Addison is the next one. He's a student. He's from Bristol. Hello. Welcome, Patrick. And you used to be an eco-warrior.
Yeah, that's correct. I lived in a tree for 2 months trying to protect a stretch of river from development.
And where was this?
Down in Devon.
All right. Did you succeed?
No, we didn't, unfortunately.
How was the experience? I mean, did you...
It was really worthwhile. The support of the locals was phenomenal, but by the time the protesters move in, it's usually all been decided, so it didn't get anywhere really.
Would you do it again?
Yeah, definitely.
Right. OK. Good luck, Patrick.
Thank you.
We know who you all are. We know why we're here. Let's play One to Win. The first round is called Beat the Buzzer, and the aim is to score 9 points in this round, and the first 3 of our contestants to score 9 points will be going through into the second round. Now, we have category questions. They're worth 1, 2 or 3 points each, depending on their difficulty. Every so often we have general knowledge questions, which are worth 1 point. If you think you know the answer to a question before I finish reading it, you are entitled to buzz in, but if you get the answer wrong, you'll be locked out until the end of that particular question. That's all there is to it. Good luck to you all. Hands on buzzers, here we go. With question 1, it's general knowledge, and it's worth 1 point. Popular in the mid-1960s, what was the go-go? Graham?
It was a dance.
It was a dance, yes. Well done. That's 1 point to you. Cinema is the first category, and you can choose a 1, 2 or 3 point question.
2, please.
2 point question on cinema. Who played Dr. Richard Trimble in the 1993 film, Simona?
Harrison Ford.
Harrison Ford in The Fugitive, yes, well done. So that's 2 points for you. British history.
1, please.
1 on British history. In which year was the Battle of Hastings fought? Patrick?
1066.
Not a difficult question, you got it right. Yes, well done. That's 1 to you. Plays and playwrights, then.
I'll take 2, please.
2 on plays and playwrights. Which of Oscar Wilde's plays features Jack Worthing, Miss Prism, and Lady Simona?
The Importance of Being Earnest.
Yes, of course, Lady Bracknell. You've gone to 4. Seas and oceans, Simona.
1, please.
1. Bulgaria and Turkey. Michael?
The Black Sea?
Yes, that's right. We're on the coast of the Black Sea. That's 1 point to you. Myths and legends.
1, please.
1 on myths and legends. In Greek mythology, who is known as the king of the gods? Simona?
Zeus.
It is Zeus, yes, that's right. You've gone to 5. 60s pop music.
2, please.
2 on 60s pop music. Who had a top 10 hit in 1963 with It's My Party? Michael?
Leslie Gore?
You're right, yes. You know your pop music, don't you? I remember that, yes. Novels.
2, please.
2 on novels. Who wrote the best-selling horror novel Flowers in the Attic? Simona?
Virginia Andrews.
Yes, correct. Well done. You've gone to 7. Now it's science.
1, please.
1 on science. Which chemical element is sometimes known as quicksilver? Michael?
Mercury?
Yes, that's right. 1 to you. You've gone up to 4. Moving on to religion.
2, please.
2 on religion. In Hinduism and Buddhism, what name is given to the sum of a person's past deeds? Which, Graham?
Karma.
Karma is right, yes. They're believed to affect future lives. You've gone up to 3. European history.
2, please.
2 on European history. With which country did the Soviet Union sign a non-aggression pact? Michael?
Germany?
Germany in 1939, yes. You've gone to 6. Transport.
1, please.
1 on transport. With what form of transport are the names McDonnell Douglas and Boeing most closely, Patrick?
Aeroplanes.
Aeroplanes, yes, of course they are. So, television now.
2, please.
2 on television. In 2000, which naturalist presented a series on Earth's future entitled, Graham?
David Attenborough.
That's correct. It was entitled State of the Planet. So you've gone to 5 now, Graham. And it's cities.
2, please.
2 on cities. What is the largest city in the U.S. state of Louisiana? Michael?
New Orleans?
It is New Orleans, yes. You've gone to 8. animals?
1, please.
1 on animals. Saluki, Beagle and Michael.
Dogs.
They are dogs, yes, and Airedale. Get through to the next round. Well done. So we'll look again at the scores and we'll see that Simona has 7, Graham has 5 and Patrick's on 2. So, general knowledge for 1 point. In Morse code, which letter of the alphabet is represented by 3 dots? Patrick?
S.
S is correct, yes. So you've gone up to 3. Now, Patrick, sport.
Just the 1, please.
Just 1 on sport, okay. In which sport was Sterling Moss a leading... Graham?
Motor racing.
Motor racing, yes, of course it was. You've gone to 6. World history.
2, please.
2 on world history. From which country did Nigeria obtain its independence in 1960? Graham?
Britain.
Britain, the United Kingdom, yes. That's taken you to 8. Now, classical music.
1, please.
1 on classical music. The musical term crescendo, meaning... Graham?
Getting gradually louder.
That's not the answer I'm looking for, so I can finish the question. Meaning growing louder comes from which language? Simona?
Italian?
Italian, yes, that's right. 1 point to you, you've gone to 8. The human body.
1, please.
1 on the human body. The failure of which pair of body organs necessitates treatment called... Graham?
Kidneys.
That's right, I was going to say dialysis. Well done, you're through to the next round. We have 2 contestants left, only one of whom can go through into the second round. They are Simona, who's on 8, and Graham, who's on 3. We'll see what happens as we have a general knowledge question worth 1 point. On what common type of machine would you find a hard disk drive? Simona?
Computer.
Computer's right, you're through to the next round. Well done. Oh dear, Patrick, we know what that means, don't we? We have to say goodbye to you. But you have a great consolation prize, the one-to-win document bag and the one-to-win sweatshirt.
Right, thanks very much.
Thank you very much for taking part. So we have 3 contestants left. It's time for In the Spotlight. Well, here we are. We've reached round 2 already. It's called In the Spotlight for obvious reasons. If you haven't watched the programme before, you will find out why. The first into this round is always the first one into the Spotlight. So, Michael, please, in the Spotlight. OK, Michael, you're competing against the clock. Now, as you know, the aim is to set up 4 correct answers in a row within 40 seconds. And if you do it within the time, before the 40 seconds are up, that's fine, we'll stop the clock. If you get an answer wrong, you've had experience of that, I know, you go back to 0 and you build up again as high as you can, and we credit you with the highest number you did manage to get in a row within the 40 seconds. And as you also know, the advantage of being first in is you have first choice of 4 categories. Let's see what they are today. They are musicals, British sportswomen, husbands and wives, and London.
I think I'll go with British sportswomen, please.
British sportswomen, right you are. So 40 seconds then to try and set up 4 correct answers in a row on British sportswomen. And your time starts now. Who won the ladies' singles at Wimbledon in the Queen's Silver Jubilee year?
Virginia Wade.
That's correct. In 2000, Jo Good became the first British woman to win an Olympic medal in which racket sport?
Badminton.
That's correct. In October 2000, Yvonne McGregor became a world champion in which sport?
Cycling.
That's correct. Which wheelchair racer has won a total of 14 medals from 4 Paralympic Games?
Tawny Lewis.
No, Tanny Gray-Thompson. Which royal competitor won the individual title at the 1971 European 3-day event championships?
Princess Anne.
That's correct. In which multidiscipline event did Stephanie Cook win gold at the Sydney Olympics?
Modern pentathlon.
That's correct. Who was the first woman winner of the London Marathon in 1981?
Greta Weitz.
No, Joyce Smith. In which combat sport? Time's up. You set up 3 in a row. So that's our champion, Michael. He's on 3. Let's see what Graham manages. In the Spotlight, please, Graham. Same rules apply. Graham, you have to try and set up 4 correct answers in a row within 40 seconds. There are 3 categories for you to choose from. They're musicals, husbands and wives, and London.
Try musicals, please, Robin.
Musicals, right. 40 seconds, then, to try and set up 4 correct answers in a row on musicals. And your time starts now. In which Andrew Lloyd Webber musical does Che Guevara appear?
Evita.
That's correct. Which musical features the songs I Whistle a Happy Tune and Getting to Know You?
South Pacific.
No, The King and I. Who starred in the title role of the film Sweet Charity?
Shirley MacLaine.
That's correct. The musical The Boys from Syracuse is based on which of Shakespeare's plays?
Two Gentlemen of Verona.
No, The Comedy of Errors. Who starred as blonde Lorelei Lee in the film Gentlemen Prefer Blondes?
Marilyn Monroe.
That's correct. Who wrote the music and lyrics for A Little Night Music?
Stephen Sondheim.
That's correct. Who wrote the music and lyrics for Annie Get Your Gun and Call Me Madam?
No idea.
Irving Berlin. Featuring the Lullaby Broadway, the musical 42nd Street is set in which city?
New York.
That's correct. Which musical features the election of John P. Wintergreen as US President? Time's up. You didn't know anyway,
No, I
did you?
didn't know.
It's Of Thee I Sing, and you set up 2 in a row. Thank you. So, Michael's on 3, Graham's on 2. Simona, let's see how you do. In the spotlight, please. So, Simona, if you get 3, or even better 4, you'll be guaranteed your place in the final. You've only got 2 categories, though. They're husbands and wives and London.
I think I'll go for husbands and wives, please.
Right you are. 40 seconds then on husbands and wives. And your time starts now. In November 2000, which American film star married Catherine Zeta-Jones?
Michael Douglas.
That's correct. Which husband and wife had a 70s pop hit with Nutbush City Limits?
Ike and Tina Turner.
That's correct. Madame de Maintenon was the mistress and later the wife of which French king?
Don't know.
Louis XIV. Which husband and wife detectives were created by Dashiell Hammett in The Thin Man?
Don't know.
Nick and Nora Charles. Whom did comedienne Dawn French marry in 1984?
Lenny Henry.
That's correct. In 1998, which cabinet minister divorced his wife Margaret and married his secretary Gaynor Regan?
Robin Cook.
That's correct. Xanthippe was the bad-tempered wife of which philosopher of ancient Greece?
Plato.
Socrates. Who co-starred with her real-life husband John Alderton in TV's Thomas and Sarah?
Pauline Collins.
That's correct. And you have set up 2 in a row. Thank you. So let's look again at the scores. We see our champion Michael is on 3, Graham's on 2, and Simona's on 2. So Michael, you're safe, you can relax into the final, but we have to have a tie-break between Graham and Simona to find out who's going to go head-to-head with Michael. Now, the way we do this is I ask a series of general knowledge questions, each of which is worth 1 point. The first one of you to score 2 points will go into the head-to-head final. So, remove the scores, please. Hands on buzzers. Here is question 1. What am I? I am a portable structure made in a variety of styles and sizes. Made from waterproof material, supported by a frame and... Graham?
Tent.
A tent, yes, that's 1 point for you. Question 2. What am I? Technically, I am a short, simple flute. Having no finger holes, I sound only 1 note, a shrill. Graham?
Tin whistle.
It's not what I'm looking for. I can continue the question, and Simona, you can wait until the end to buzz in if you want. A shrill, high-pitched sound used by football referees to start and end a match and to signal to players, beginning with W. I am what?
A whistle.
You need to press the buzzer, otherwise the computer doesn't work.
Sorry, a whistle.
You are, yes, I am indeed a whistle. That's 1-1. Right, this could be the decider. What am I? I was introduced in Britain in the 1950s. A road safety innovation. I give pedestrians precedence over traffic when crossing. Graham?
Zebra crossing.
Zebra crossing is what I was looking for. You're right, yes. So close, but not quite close enough, Simona, I'm afraid.
No.
But you do have a one-to-win document bag and a one-to-win sweatshirt as well.
Great, thank you.
Thank you very much for taking part. Right, the head-to-head final today then is going to be between champion Michael Farron, who's a civil servant from Belfast, and Graham Smith, who's an accounts manager from Leicester. Join us after the break to find out who will be today's one to win. Welcome back to One to Win and the head-to-head final, which is between our champion, Michael Farron from Belfast, and new challenger, Graham Smith from Leicester. And the first one of you two to score 21 points will be today's One to Win, taking home £200. Now, each question in this round starts off being worth 5 points, but as it proceeds, it's rapidly worth less and less. So the sooner you can buzz in, obviously, the higher your score will be. The catch is only one of you can buzz in at any one time. Now, Michael, you were first in, so you can be the first to choose to play or pass on entertainers.
I'll pass.
You pass. You're passing control over to Graham. So, Graham, for the first part of the question, you're in control. Only you can buzz in. If you don't buzz in that time, or you do and you get the answer wrong, control moves over to Michael. Michael, same applies, as you know. If you fail to buzz in, or you do and you get the answer wrong, it goes back to Graham and so on, backwards and forwards until we run out of time, or we get the right answer, which is preferable. So, good luck to you both. A reminder, control is with Graham. The category is entertainers, and the time starts now. I'm a man who's had success in many fields. Born in 1935, I've composed many scores for film, but have also performed as both a jazz and concert pianist. I was part of Beyond the Fringe. Michael?
Dudley Moore.
That is absolutely right. Yes, Dudley Moore. So that's 4 points to you. Graham, you can choose again. Play or pass on fashion and clothing.
Pass, please.
Pass. Choose again. That's the first time for choosing. So you're passing control over to Michael. It's fashion and clothing, and the time starts now. I'm a luxury fabric, originally imported into Europe from India, but made in... Michael?
Silk.
No, that's incorrect. Control moves over to Graham, and the time continues now. But made in Italy from the Middle Ages. From around... Graham?
Satin.
That's incorrect. Control moves over to Michael. The time continues now. From around 1500, Italian workers set up workshops in France and Belgium to produce me. I have many named varieties, including Neka. Michael?
Linen.
No, that's wrong. Control moves over to Graham. The time continues now. Cut, pane, and bagheera. Silk. Graham?
Lace.
That's incorrect. Control moves over to Michael. The time continues now. Textile with a short, dense, smooth pile, beginning with V. I am what? Graham?
Velvet.
Velvet is right, yes. We finally got there. So that's 2 to you, Graham. Michael's on 4, so Graham, you can choose again. Play or pass, food and cookery.
Pass, please.
Passing control over to Michael, and the time starts now. Found in many kitchens, I'm traditionally made of rolled steel, which provides excellent heat control, but may also be made of iron, aluminium, or stainless steel. Graham?
Frying pan.
That's incorrect. Control moves over to Michael. The time continues now. I am a round-bottomed oriental cooking vessel, which usually, Michael?
A wok.
A wok, yes. Gave it away, I think, really, didn't it? So Michael's on 7, Graham's on 2. Graham, play or pass, please, on art.
I'll play, please.
You're going to play. Control begins with you. The time starts now. I was born in Liverpool in 1724, the son of a prosperous tanner. Though briefly... Graham?
Turner.
No, that's incorrect. Control moves over to Michael. The time continues now. Though briefly apprenticed to an artist, I was basically self-taught as a painter and engraver. Michael?
Sheraton.
No, that's wrong. Control moves over to Graham. The time continues now. I had an abiding interest in anatomy, and my studies on the subject were based on my own dissections. Graham?
Grey.
That's wrong. Control moves over to Michael. The time continues now. I'm particularly noted for my book, The Anatomy of the Horse, and for my paintings of horses. Michael?
Stubbs.
That's right, George Stubbs. So that's given you 2 points. So Michael's on 9. Graham, you're on 2, and you can choose play or pass on cities.
Play, please.
You're going to play. Control begins with you. The time starts now. I'm a city in the state of California, discovered by the explorer Juan Rodriguez Cabrillo. Graham?
San Francisco.
That's incorrect. Control moves over to Michael. The time continues now. A Spanish mission and fort were created in 1769. Michael?
Los Angeles.
No, that's wrong. Control moves over to Graham. The time continues now. I have a natural deep water harbour and have become an important base of operation for the US Navy. Having the 6th largest population in the country, I lie close to the Mexican border. I have a famous zoo. Graham?
San Diego.
San Diego, yes. San Diego Zoo. That takes you to 3. Michael on 9. So, Graham, you can still choose play or pass natural history.
Play, please.
You're going to play. Control begins with you, and the time starts now. I am any one of a family of plants. I bear brightly coloured flowers, often with a dark centre, and yield a milky sap. Some species are used to produce drugs and have edible seeds that are used in cooking. My common field species has bright red petals. Graham?
Dandelions.
That's incorrect. Control moves over to Michael. The time continues now. Its appearance, Michael?
Poppy.
Poppy, yes, that's right. You've gone to 11. Kicking yourself, aren't you, Graham?
Yes.
Dandelion, bright red petals. Right. So Michael's on 11, Graham's on 3. Actresses, Graham, play or
Pass,
pass?
please.
Passing control over to Michael, and the time starts now. I was born in California in 1946, the daughter of a screen actress. I first won success, Michael?
Bette Midler.
No, that's incorrect. Control moves over to Graham. The time continues now. First won success in the popular TV series Gidget and The Flying Nun. After training at the Actors Studio, I emerged as a dramatic actress. I won an Emmy in the TV movie Sybil and have won Oscars for Norma Ray and Places of the Heart. Remembered for my exuberant acceptance speech, Michael?
Sally Field.
Sally Field is right, yes. You've gone to 12. Graham on 3. Play or pass, please, Graham. Singers.
Play, please.
You're going to play. Control begins with you and the time starts now. I am an eccentric and uncompromising singer and songwriter who has recently also turned to film acting. Born in Iceland in 1965, Michael?
Bjork.
Bjork is right, yes. You've gone to 16. Graham on 3, play or pass, religion.
Pass, please.
Passing control to Michael, the time starts now. I am a religion that does not have churches. Based on the ideas of Marcus Garvey, my followers identify